How hard can it be to read and understand the controls and symbols in different cars? Isawi the driver here. In today's video, we will be learning how to recognize any symbols and vehicle controls in any car no matter the layout of the car. To be honest, I have seen many people playing guessing games with different car controls to learn the functions. So instead of trying every button and clicking different switches on and off, think of it like a video game. You can't win or play if you don't know how to use the game controls. My goal for this video is to make people capable entering any car no matter the layout and recognize the symbols with ease. Then you will finally be ready to drive off. We are going to cover how to turn on the headlights, fog lights, day running lights, high beams, left and right turn-in signals, hazardous light, turning on front and rear wipers, spraying the front and rear windshields, front and rear defrost, rear view mirror, light dimming switch light, and finally, reading different odometers located in your dashboard. Stay tuned for a test followed by a top tip at the end of the video. There are 3 different modes for headlights: auto, day running lights, and headlights on manually. To turn on your headlights, it's best to keep the switch on auto. What that simply does is have your car do the work for you by turning on and off the lights automatically. That way you will never forget to turn on the lights or mess around with the switch ever again. Headlight symbol. Putting the switch on headlight symbol manually will turn on your headlights and your dashboard, but it will require for you to turn the headlights off manually, either by putting the switch on the off position or auto position, or else the headlights will remain on even if you turn off your car. Day running light symbol. This is where a lot of people get confused and mix it up for headlights being on, because having that switch on that mode, it will also turn on your dashboard. Therefore, people automatically assume their headlights are on since the dashboard came on. Now that is dangerous, because you are driving with your headlights off. Also, you could get a fine for driving at night with your headlights off. Another way to know your headlights are on or off, aside from reading the symbols on the switch light, is that most cars will show you a light bulb on the dashboard as an indication that your headlights came on. Meaning, you should not be mistaking your daytime running lights with your headlights on. High beam symbol. Here are the symbols side by side. Can you tell the difference between headlights and high beams? A lot of people drive with their high beams on, and that is extremely dangerous, because you are blinding the drivers in front of you and incoming traffic. Also, there is a fine for driving with your high beams on. There are 2 different modes for the high beams. One is to flicker it or to keep them on. Here is how to know when your high beams are on. In your dashboard, a blue light indicator will be on. Fog light symbol. Here's a comparison between the headlight and fog light symbol. Can you see the difference? Some people drive only with their fog lights on, thinking their headlights are on due to the fact that their dashboard is on. Again, most cars show you an indication that the fog lights are on. Turn-in signals. Here's what your turn-in signal symbols look like. The left stick on the left side of the steering wheel should always be what you use to activate the left turn-in signal by pushing it down, and the right turn-in signal by pushing it up. And of course, when you use them, there will be an indicator on your dashboard. Hazardous lights symbol. Here is the hazardous light symbol. Now the location of this button may vary from car to car, but again, the symbol is the same in every car. It will always be a red triangle. In your rear view mirror, you will find a little switch. Pull it if someone behind you has their high beams on. What that does is reflect the light down instead of in your face. In some other cars, it's automatic. Moving on to the dashboard. The dashboard should show you a couple of odometers, and it varies from car to car. But the main ones that usually show are the speedometer, which shows you how fast you're going in miles and in kilometers. And another is for your RPMs, or in other words, how much you are pushing your car to work fast and hard. So the higher the number, the faster you go, but keep in mind you're stressing your car by pushing it to its red lines. Some other gauges that might be on there is that your engine temperature, battery voltage, and oil level. Here's a scenario for you. You're driving and it starts to rain. How do you turn on your wipers? Some cars have front and rear wipers. Here's how to know which wiper is which. Here are the symbols for the front wipers and the rear wipers. Rear wipers will always be a square with straight lines, and the front wipers will be a square with curved lines. Here they are side by side. Can you see what I mean? By looking at these two different symbols, you should be able to activate the right wiper when you need to. The cool part about wipers is that wherever there's a wiper, you should be able to spray the windshield that it's on. So that means there are two more symbols that we have to deal with regarding the wipers and windshield. And look how easy it is. Here are the symbols. Can you guess which one is for the rear and which one is for the front? Again, for the rear you will find a square with straight lines and front with curved lines. So knowing the symbols will help you find the right switch, which varies from car to car, and now you can clean whichever one you need without getting confused. Another important matter is that sometimes your car can fog up from the inside due to the condensation. We have to be able to turn on something called the front and rear defrosters. Here is how to know the front and rear, but first, can you guess what kind of symbols are we looking for? And yes, a square with straight lines for the rear. Pressing that button will help your rear windshield to get rid of condensation, snow or ice that might build up. And guess what? It will also help heat up your side mirrors to get rid of snow or ice on them as you're driving. Now the front defrost. Can you guess what kind of symbol we're looking for? And you're absolutely right. A square with curved lines. Pressing that button will help your front windshield to get rid of condensation and snow or ice that might build up. It's time for a little test. Can you guess what each symbol means? Here are the answers. Headlights, day running lights, high beams, fog lights, light bulb, turn-in signals, hazardous lights, dimming switch, speedometer, RPM gauge, engine temperature, battery voltage, oil level, front wipers, rear wipers, front spray, rear spray, front defrost, rear defrost. If you didn't get it from the first time, no problem. Practice makes perfect. But as you can see, before you drive any kind of car, you must know all these symbols. And the best part is, once you know these symbols, you don't have to worry about any car in the world because they are always the same. And now, the top tip of the video that everyone is always waiting for. Have you ever left your car and heard it beeping or making a steady beep and not know why? Well, the car is trying to tell you something. If you come out of your car and you hear one of these noises, it will mean either you left the key in the car ignition or you forgot to turn off your headlights. Please don't ignore the car when it's trying to tell you something. And as a bonus, make it a habit before you leave your car to click all 4 window buttons to make sure all your windows are closed. And if you have a sunroof, double check on that. Plus, take a quick glance in your rear view mirror, especially if you have kids, to make sure all your interior lights are off before you leave. If one of your interior lights are left on, by next morning your car battery will be dead and you won't be able to start your car. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and learned from it. I also hope this video was very informative for you. So feel free to leave any comments and questions below.